AWS Solution Architect Associate S3. S3, Simple Storage Service. Safe place to store files, object-based storage spread across multiple devices and facilities. 5 TB maximum file size, unlimited storage. S3 buckets, basically folders. You are permitted 100 per account by default. Universal namespace, so bucket names must be globally unique. Your chosen name.s3.amazona.w.s.com, North Virginia, or your chosen name.region.amazona.w.s.com. S3 styles, virtual style puts your bucket name first, S3 second, and the region third. Path style puts S3 first and your bucket as a subdomain. Legacy global endpoint has no region. S3 static hosting can be your own domain or your bucket name first, S3 website second, followed by the region. AWS are in the process of phasing out path style, and support for legacy global endpoint format is limited and discouraged. However, it is still useful to be able to recognize them should they show up in. When you upload a file, you will get an HTTP 200 code back to confirm successful upload. Objects consist of key, the name, value, the data, version ID, for versioning, metadata, data about data, sub-resources like ACLs and torrents. Data consistency in S3. Read after write for new objects. As soon as an object is uploaded, it can be read. Eventual consistency for overwrite and delete, which takes some time to propagate. Updates to existing file or deletion take time to propagate, so you may not get the latest version right away. 99.99% availability, with 99.9% guaranteed. 11 nines guaranteed for durability, unlikely to be lost. S3 features tiered storage, lifecycle management, versioning, encryption, MFA on deletes, ACLs and bucket policies. S3 storage classes, standard has 99.99% availability, 11 nines durability, stored redundantly across multiple devices in multiple facilities and designed to sustain the failure of 2 facilities concurrently. S3 YAR, infrequently accessed, used to be known as RRS reduced redundancy storage, has lower fees, but a retrieval fee, worthwhile for rarely used data. S3 One Zone, YAR, an even lower cost option for infrequently accessed data without the multiple availability zone resilience. S3 Intelligent Tiering designed to optimize cost by automatically moving data to the most cost-effective tier based on usage. Latency is in the milliseconds for all classes outside of Glacier. S3 Glacier is for data archiving with retrieval times configurable from minutes to hours. Very cost-effective. S3 Glacier Deep Archive is the lowest cost storage class with a 12 hours retrieval time. S3 Charging, storage volume, number of requests, storage management, data transfer pricing, transfer acceleration, cross-region replication. Cross-region replication is the automatic replication of an S3 bucket from one region to another for availability and/or resilience. S3 transfer acceleration enables fast and easy transfer of files over long distances between users and S3 using CloudFront edge locations and routing over an optimized network path. Basically, users upload to edge, and the objects then use the Amazon backbone to get back to S3. You cannot install an OS or database on object-based storage, so no S3 for them. Read S3 facts. S3 buckets can only be deleted if empty. Bucket settings can be cloned from an existing when creating new. Versioning and server access logging can be enabled. Object-level logging also possible. Buckets are not publicly accessible by default. Permissions can be set using ACLs to buckets and the individual objects within them. Controlling access to buckets can be achieved with ACLs or policies. S3 exam tips. Buckets are a universal namespace. Uploads to S3 return an HTTP 200 success code. Tiers are S3, S3 YAR, S3 R1 Zone, S3 Intelligent Tiering, Glacier, Glacier Deep Archive. S3 Pricing Tiers. The cost is made up of storage fees per gigabyte, requests and retrievals, data transfer, management and replication. Storage fees, S3 Standard $0.023/GB first 50 TB/month, next 450 TB $0.022/GB/month over 500 TB $0.021/GB/month. S3 Intelligent Tiering is the same but adds YA $0.0125/GB/month, but YA has a $0.0025 per month management fee per 1,000 objects. S3 YA is $0.0125/GB/month, S3 R1 Zone is $0.01/GB/month. Glacier is $0.004/GB/month and Glacier Deep Archive is $0.00099/GB/month. Understand how to get the best value. Intelligent tiering is often a good answer unless you need Glacier or have a massive number of objects. S3 Security and Encryption. Encryption in transit is achieved with TLS/SSL. Encryption at rest is achieved by S3 Managed Keys, SSE/S3, AWS Key Managed Service, Managed Keys, SSEKMS, or server-side encryption with customer-provided keys, SSEC client-side encryption also possible prior to S3 upload. S3 Versioning. Once versioning has been enabled on a bucket it cannot be disabled, only suspended. Versioning comes with MFA delete, and integrates with lifecycle rules. Uploading a new version of the file removes the public setting, so it will need re-enabling for access. Old versions remain public once set. Versioning can increase storage requirements significantly, depending on rate of change. Policies to remove old versions after a period of time may be wise. Deletion. With versions hidden, the deletion of a file places a delete marker on the file, which is just another version. Delete the version with the delete marker and the file is restored. With versions shown, deleting a file version will result in deletion. Versioning enables MFA delete for an additional layer of security. Lifecycle management with S3 automates the transition of objects between storage tiers or their expiration. Lifecycle rules can be applied to all objects in a bucket, or all objects with specified tags. Can be enabled for current version, previous versions, or both. Aws Organizations, an account management service that enables consolidation of multiple AWS accounts into an organization you create and centrally manage. Best practice is to use root for billing only, do not deploy any resources there. Use OU off root to compartmentalize management and access. Consolidated billing helps reduce cost by aggregating all resources into one billing account. One bill per AWS account and volume pricing discounts. Once you create an organization, you can invite other AWS accounts to your organization by email or account ID, or create new accounts within your organization. Policies can be applied to OUs, service control policy, that restrict members of an OU from accessing services. Always enable MFA on the root account, and use a complex password. Root, paying, account should be used for billing only, no resources deployed to root. Sharing S3 buckets across accounts, 3 ways. Bucket policies and IAM, programmatic access only. Bucket ACLs and IAM, again programmatic access only. Or cross-account IAM roles, which will give programmatic and console access. Role can be created, pasting in the ID for another AWS account in accounts that can use this role. Grant necessary roles to the alternate AWS account. Cannot use the root account of the alternate AWS account, so additional users must exist. Use switch role to access resources permitted in other accounts. Cross-region replication requires versioning to be enabled on the source destination S3 bucket. Replication can be for the whole bucket or on prefix tags. It can be within a region or cross-region. Destination bucket can be created during replication setup, and access roles can be selected or defined during replication rule creation. Changes and additions post-replication setup are replicated, but any objects already in the bucket will need to be manually uploaded. Delete markers and deletions are not replicated. S3 transfer acceleration uses CloudFront edge networks to transfer files to S3 over the Amazon backbone. Upload URLs are distinct. Amazon have a tool that will compare direct upload speeds to the transfer acceleration service. CloudFront is a CDN, a system of distributed servers that delivers web content to users from a more local point than the originating system, which improves performance. Cached at edge locations, from origin in S3, EC2, load balancer or Route 53. A distribution is a collection of edge locations. First user consumes the content by downloading it from source, it is then cached at local edge location for a configured time. Subsequent users will pull the same content from the edge cache, until the cache TTL expires. Caches can be cleared, invalidating the cache, but this is chargeable. CloudFront is dynamic, and will automatically use the best locations for users. Web distribution is used for web content, RTMP is used for media streaming. Edge locations are not read-only, they can also be written to, see S3 transfer acceleration. CloudFront is global, not regional. Can cache a bucket, or a folder within. Access can be restricted to signed URLs or cookies. WAFs can also be used to protect distributions. CloudFront distributions can take up to an hour to create, and must be disabled before they can be deleted, which can take 15 minutes to complete. A specific domain name is provided for CloudFront edge location. To remove from edge locations, create invalidations. An invalidation can remove specific files or folders, or everything. Invalidating will remove objects from edge locations, but incurs a charge. SnowBall is a petabyte-scale data transfer solution that can securely get data into or out of AWS S3. Gets around network costs, long transfer times and security concerns. Comes in 50 terabytes or 80 terabytes variants. Tamper-resistant enclosures, 256-bit encryption and TPM modules to ensure full chain of custody of data. Once transfer is complete, AWS performs software erasure of the SnowBall appliance. SnowBall Edge is a 100 terabytes device that has compute capability. It can be used for data transfer as above, but can also be used as local storage for remote or offline locations. SnowBall Edge devices can also be clustered together for local storage, with no need for cloud access. SnowMobile is an exabyte-scale data transfer service used to move massive amounts of data to AWS up to 100 petabytes per SnowMobile in a 45 feet ruggedized shipping container. Secure, fast and cost-effective. SnowBall transfer becomes desirable versus T3 transfer at 2 terabytes, versus 100 megabits per second transfer at 5 terabytes and versus 1 gigabit per second transfer at 60 terabytes. Storage Gateway connects on-prem software appliances with cloud-based storage to bridge on-prem and cloud. Storage Gateway can be virtual or physical as a VM, runs on VMware or Hyper-V. Once the gateway is associated with your AWS account, it can be configured in the management portal. Two types: File Gateway is NFS and SMB for file storage. Volume Gateway is ISCSI for stored and cached volumes, plus Tape Gateway, which is a virtual tape library. File Gateway enables the storage of objects in S3, accessible via NFS mount points. Once objects are in S3, they can be managed just like any other S3 object. Volume Gateway, stored volumes presents apps with disk volumes using the ISCSI block protocol. Data in these volumes can be backed up as snapshots of the volumes, and stored in the cloud as EBS snapshots. Snapshots are incremental backups that capture only changed blocks, and snapshot storage is compressed to minimize storage charges. A way to store virtual disks in the cloud. Stored volumes allow for storage of primary data locally, while backing up to AWS. Stored volumes are entire data sets. Any changes are written locally and then backed up to S3. Cache volumes let you use S3 as your primary data storage whilst retaining frequently accessed data locally in the storage gateway. You can create volumes up to 32 terabytes and attach them as ISCSI devices to non-prem systems. The gateway stores data in S3 but retains recently read data in on-prem storage, 1 GB to 32 terabytes for cached volumes. Tape Gateway facilitates the archiving of data to AWS Cloud but storing data on virtual tape cartridges. Each tape gateway has a media changer and tape drives to enable client backup apps to connect via ISCSI. Supported by Net Backup, Backup Exec, Veeam and many others. Athena versus Macie. Athena is an interactive query service which allows the analysis of data in S3 using standard SQL in a serverless manner. Like turning S3 into a giant SQL DB. Charges are per query and by TB scanned. Athena can be used to query logs, generate business reports, analyze AWS cost and usage reports and run queries on clickstream data. Macie works on PII data, and is a security service that uses machine learning and NLP to discover, classify and protect sensitive data in S3. It uses AI to recognize sensitive data, has a dashboard, reports and alerts. It works directly in S3 and can also analyze CloudTrail logs. Very useful for PCI DSS compliance and for preventing identity theft. Amazon Athena supports a wide variety of data formats like CSV, TSV, JSON, or text files and also supports open source columnar formats such as Apache ORC and Apache Parquet.